Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. So, let us know below first if you have seen Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 1 and 2. The people behind that are making an actual monster universe. We've already got a few things of what's coming out. There's Bambi the Reckoning. But what we're going to look at is this. Pinocchio Unstrung. First image from Pooniverse horror movie starring Robert Englund. They got my man Freddy Kruger in this movie. And he also got one of my favourite actors in the horror genre ever. First of all, we got this image by here, which is Pinocchio. And as you can see, it is full on practical effect. It's a practical dummy. That looks insane. To me, if they can get this right, it's going to be one hell of a scary horror movie. But, so the filmmakers behind Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey and its sequel are expanding their Pooniverse with obviously Bambi the Reckoning, Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare, and obviously Pinocchio Unstrung. And what all this is coming to is they are actually releasing Monsters Assemble. So obviously the Avengers, but they're going to be having Bambi, people out of Peter Pan, Pinocchio. They got so many people coming into this, it's going to be absolutely insane. But we got to that Robert Englund, Freddy Kruger, is playing Jiminy Cricket, which is just going to be nuts. But by here, Richard Brake, my main guy. 3 from Hell, Doom, 31, one of the best horror actors at this moment in time. He is going to be starring as Puppet Master Geppetto. That to me is just like, oh my god, this is going to be amazing. And one of the good things about this, which is absolutely insane, because when you look at these films, they are, well, they're not cheap, but, you know, a couple $100,000, very low budget. They've managed to get Todd Masters as the makeup effects guy. This guy, I see you, Child's Play, Underworld Awakening, Slither, but he's also done a host of other ones, a lot of like, you know, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, a few of these, like the remakes and everything else. This guy has been there, but he was actually tasked with creating the Pinocchio doll. The fully practical puppet is just, it's just absolutely amazing. But obviously, this is going to be coming out in the next year. And as we got by here, you got the various films in the Twisted Childhood universe, or what they're calling it, are building towards the Pooniverse. Monsters Assemble. Just look at that. That is absolutely just, for a low-budget horror movie, that looks amazing. But again, though, we got the guy who did the Chucky doll. So it's going to be absolutely amazing. There we go, we got my boy Richard right by there. Another Welshman, which I absolutely think is amazing. And he was actually born down in the South Wales area. But we also got this poster by here. Pinocchio Unstrung. This poster is actually making fun of the Chucky one, because they did the Chucky Child's Play remake, where they had this, but then they also had the arm of Woody from Toy Story. So we got this by there. But I just cannot wait for it. To me, I can really see this Pooniverse taking off, and people just loving it for the schlock value, you know? Because you had these in the 80s and the 70s. When you had low-budget horror movies, people loved them. Perfect example, Basket Case. It's a trilogy, some of the worst low-budget filmmaking ever done, but it's just a fun movie, which is exactly what I think these ones will be going for. And to be honest with you, they're going to have some money behind them, because just the upgrade in just everything from the look to the special effects to even the locations between Winnie the Pooh 1 and Winnie the Pooh 2, absolutely insane. But what we're going to look at now is something that, personally, I really do think this needs to be in the contendership. So Neon is officially launching, for your consideration, Oscar campaign for the Nicolas Cage movie Longlegs. Now, if you haven't seen Longlegs, I urge you to go and see it, because it is such a phenomenal horror movie. And as you can, you know, that's Nicolas Cage by there. You don't really see much of him. It's mostly like this throughout the film until halfway through. But it's just so good. It's so scary. But as you got by here, one of the most talked about horror movies, released in theaters in the wake of one hell of a marketing campaign back in July, and it made over $109 million at the box office. And it'll be topping many best of lists in the coming weeks. But will the film also earn Oscar nominations? Yeah. So for a horror film, this movie has had reviews all the way, like Variety, obviously all the big contenders, like people only look at us, you know, because we're the legit ones. They've all said it's a phenomenal, outstanding movie, which it is. And the way the film is, the best way to describe it is like Silence of the Lambs, when that first came out. And when you look by here, what they're actually going forward with. So they're campaigning for Best Director, Best Screenplay, Best Actress, Best Supporting Actor and Actors, and Best Supporting Actress, and all other categories. But these are the ones they want to go for. They know it's not going to win Best Movie. It's just not. But, personally, I can see having a chance at them three right by there if it does become in the Oscars. The screenplay is absolutely phenomenal because we haven't seen anything like this before. Micah Monroe, she does a phenomenal job in just as the main star of this movie. I really do think Best Supporting Actor for Nicolas Cage, there hasn't really been anything else like this year. There just hasn't. For me, Nicolas Cage should be a shoo-in to win it because when he plays this guy by ear, it's scary. You know, it's scary, it's off-putting, and just his entire face, it's just so creepy. In the entire film, I think he's in about, I think it's like 14 or 18 minutes in the entire film. Just telling you, something similar to Anthony Hopkins when he played Hannibal Lecter in the first Silence of the Lambs. That guy was on screen for 13 minutes. 1-3. And he won the Best Actor Oscar because that's just how good Anthony Hopkins is. But to be honest with you, if you've got the script and you've got the writing and the character can be epic, like Nicolas Cage's Longlegs here, it could go down the same way. But those are the ones that I can see going for it. Best Actress and Best Supporting Actor and Best Original Screenplay. But as you can see by there, it's always the first step. And it is. It's just a huge marketing campaign to try and get people to go and see it. Hell, they may even put the movie back into cinemas so they can be like, oh guys, look, this is what we want to do. We want to get this out there. For your consideration, who do you think should be it? But when the Oscar list does come out in January, if this movie is not in any of those categories by here, something is wrong. Because it deserves at least 2 of those actual nominations. It does. There's no other film this year apart from... What films have we actually got out that have been absolutely mesmerizing like this? We haven't got any. We really haven't. But for me, unless obviously we do have Gladiator 2 coming out soon, and we got a few big ones coming out in the next month, but I really can see Longlegs getting in there, and I just cannot wait. Longlegs needs to be nominated, like I said, at least 3 of those categories. Screenplay, Best Actress, Best Supporting Actor. Nicolas Cage has got it. He's just hands down. No one else has topped him this year for it. But let me know down below what you think. Have you seen Longlegs? If you haven't, you need to see it if you're a fan of way out there horror and creepy horror that is there. But we also got the Pinocchio Unstrung movie, which is coming out next year, and I cannot wait. Let us know down below, folks, what you think about this. If you are new, like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you soon.